Let's Ruin It podcast, where we take your favorite pop culture media, put a legal spin on it, and like all lawyers, we ruin it. I am one of your co-hosts. My name is Jenny.
Hi, I'm Diana.
And I'm Liz.
And in the spirit of Halloween month, because again, we really do things on theme here.
We really do. We
If
try
you guys,
to bring
if you
you
guys
the
picked
holidays.
up the,
yeah.
And
picked up the
Halloween
pattern.
would be my favorite holiday.
And
I know
last-
it's not, but I love me some Halloween.
Last year we did scary movies. This year we're doing a little less scary, but still on theme with
Quasi-spooky.
quasi-spooky.
Yeah, I suppose spooky. We should just tell everyone, Death Becomes Her with the amazing,
Meryl,
iconic legends.
Goldie,
Seriously.
Bruce Willis.
I mean, they're all...
Isabella Rossellini. Oh my God.
Who looks amazing.
Incredible in
in
this
this
movie.
Yes. So this movie from many years ago, I'm not even going to say the year. It's not important. It's not important.
92.
Doesn't matter.
Liz, how old were
Doesn't
you?
matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
It actually did not do well.
1992,
It
I
didn't
would have
do
been
well.
20.
Okay.
I was
8.
Yep. But I did watch it back then. I remember
I did
with my
too.
mom watching
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I also don't think I've seen it since then.
It had been a really long time. I think I
Yeah.
haven't seen it at least 20 years.
And it didn't
And
do
it
well.
actually... No, it didn't at the time.
Shocked.
But
Yeah.
right now, guys, there's
like
a
been
Broadway
revived.
show. Yeah,
Yes.
for Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys have
No, I
seen
haven't
No,
seen it.
but
So I
it's-
haven't seen the Broadway show, but somehow they turned it into
It's allegedly very
I'm
good.
kind of
And it's supposed to be
surprised
really
that
good.
like a movie that didn't do that well at the time became a little bit more of like a cult classic,
Yes.
but also not like very prominent. Like I don't think young people today have even heard of this movie, and so
Yeah.
it was kind of surprising that this is a movie that they turned into a
You
musical.
know, I told a couple of people that we're recording this episode today, and a couple of people had said to me, "Oh, I've never seen that. Like
Yes.
they've heard of it, but had never
Same.
seen it." Which is again like just absolute legends in this movie.
I know.
And they were already legends at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
So the fact that the movie didn't do so well, I
Is
think is
surprising
surprising
to me now, and looking at it, it's
it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. And
It's very campy.
It's campy,
very
super campy, but
but everything at the time was.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
that's how movies were made back then.
But the themes are still on point.
Extremely.
Like, I think people would really like it if they watched it today, although it's probably a little bit harder to watch. Although, I have to say...
It was on Netflix.
Right. Like I was going to say, we were able to find it on Netflix, which is not always the case with some of these old movies
Yeah.
that we
No.
watch. We have to scour the earth to
Yes,
find them.
and sometimes we have to pay to watch it on Amazon
this one was
Prime.
free.
No, this
and
one
you
was
made a really
free.
good point, Liz. That it, now we have that movie that came out last year, The Substance.
Yes, The Substance.
And
And this is exactly
it's
what
a very
reminded me
similar
of.
theme of
It
like
is.
trying to maintain like
Your
everlasting youth and
your
beauty,
youthful appearance,
the
and
pressure that
beauty.
would feel
Absolutely.
to look young and beautiful at all
100%.
times as they age.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 100% remind. And Demi Moore was in that one and got a lot of critical acclaim for that
Yep.
movie.
Yeah.
It did really well.
Margaret Qualley.
It got nominated for a bunch of awards.
Yep.
But it's along the same veins of Death Becomes Her.
Right. Mhm.
This one takes it to the extreme, and it really reminds me of other movies that we've done. Not gonna plug the oldies, but like War of the Roses was like
Yeah,
that.
it's also
like
very campy
taking it
vibes.
to the extreme of like death, just like these
Yes.
people, you know. But so there are, and actually the one we just did recently,
Oh,
Drop
Drop
Dead
Dead
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Drop Dead
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So
Which will come out
yeah,
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Drop Dead Gorgeous.
No, it did come out 2 weeks ago. Cut that.
Cut that.
Cut that.
I don't know our schedule.
But Drop Dead Gorgeous is that same kind of like satire, campy, poking fun at people who do too much to get what they want kind of
Yeah.
thing. And let's be clear, these ladies really went far to try to maintain their youthful appearance.
Right. So Meryl Streep, who's stunning, is
Amazing.
She plays this like famous actress.
Yep. Who's now aging.
Who's now aging, and I think she's like about to hit 50 or something like that. And she's married to Bruce Willis, a very
Although actually before that,
yes.
the movie starts back in 1978 when they're a lot
Yes.
younger.
50
And
years
her
ago.
dear friend Helen,
Played by Goldie.
Like an
Right.
old friend of hers.
an old friend, comes to visit with her fiance.
Bruce Willis.
A frenemy of sorts.
A friend,
Right.
yes, I was gonna say
She wasn't-
definitely
yes.
a frenemy.
Goldie's character was not thrilled to be, coming and seeing
Yep.
Meryl.
Right.
But she goes with her fiance, Ernest, who's Bruce Willis, and essentially...
Basically, she steals her man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she steals her man.
Ernest goes with...
And yeah, Ernest is completely enamored with her. And
She's this like glamorous showgirl.
right. And it's like, oh, she's
Madeline.
interested in me.
Yeah, Meryl
and,
Streep is.
And so he basically dumps Helen,
Yeah.
and goes with Madeline.
And then it's like a fast forward, and
And
you see that Madeline and Ernest are together.
Helen hits rock friggin' bottom.
Yep.
In a really not nice way.
No, she's not doing well.
No, she ends up in the
loony
psych
bin?
ward, in
Yeah.
the loony bin, which I actually thought was a little bit funny. Not that she was in the psych ward was not the funny
But the
part.
scene was funny, actually.
The scene was funny,
yeah.
Group
but
therapy?
also she does in Overboard, which is another movie that we did.
Yes, that we
Goldie
did.
Hawn also ends up in the psych ward in
Yep.
the loony bin.
That's true.
And is
No,
like
she's
yelling
kinda
at
comfortable
everyone.
You know
with
what?
that.
She
The
plays
loony
that
bin.
very well.
She really does. She really
This
plays
is a good
that
role for
laughs.
her. I liked it a lot. Yeah, and then
But so, and basically, like, hiding the fact that Goldie Hawn is Goldie Hawn.
Sure.
They really planed her up.
Well, they
is
put
the
her in a
best-
fat suit.
Yeah, like she was, no, but I mean, like, at the very beginning, when
yes.
in the
Ernest
beginning,
leaves her,
Yes.
she looks like a really plain Jane.
like a homely, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
like a normal person. She
Yeah.
looks like a normal person.
they
And
really-
later on,
they really
they
like,
don't look
dolled her up.
normal.
Yeah.
Because eventually her eyes are like glowing this like
Yes.
Yes.
light blue. I mean,
So fast forward, we now have Meryl Streep's character, who's an aging actress.
Yes.
And she
Madeline.
has,
Her and Ernest are married.
Madeline Ashton.
They are miserable people. They really have
and
no
he's a plastic
relationship.
surgeon.
Yep.
Ernest. Yeah.
Or was.
Was.
At least.
and now he fixes up dead bodies.
Yeah, like in a morgue.
It's quite
Right.
quite the drop, don't you
Quite the
think?
drop.
Yeah.
Like in Drop Dead Gorgeous, which is what Kirsten Dunst's
Yes, that's
character
true.
does.
Oh, that's
She beautifies the corpses
That's
for
true.
their
That's very
funerals.
That
true.
is true. That is
So,
true. So
Meryl
even
Streep is
Ernest
feeling-
can't keep Madeline looking like
No.
the youthful person.
Sands of
that
time.
she-
Yes.
You know?
Time
And-
marches on.
She's got this young hot lover who tells her that she's just way too old for him now, and he wants nothing to do with her anymore. And so she's like really feeling her age.
Devastated. Yeah.
And
Which, by the way, how old was she?
I think she was about 50.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I think at one point they say that Goldie Hawn looks amazing. We do like a little bit of a flash forward, and Goldie Hawn is no longer homely. Goldie Hawn is Goldie Hawn.
I mean, yes.
Right?
And like,
Right.
but also like otherworldly. Like not only gorgeous like Goldie Hawn, but like I said, like her
Glowing.
eyes are suddenly like,
Yeah, like the super
ice
brightest
blue.
of blue.
Her
and-
hair, like everything about her is just like next
Yes,
level.
yes.
It's kind of like in Twilight when you become a vampire, you become hot.
Oh, when you twinkle? Yeah.
yeah.
and you sparkle, but only in the sun.
Yeah, only in the
We
sun.
should have done Twilight for
Which
Halloween.
that's bizarro.
I
I'm
mean-
sorry. There are really what vampire is going into the sun? Come on now.
Well,
That's contrary
They don't
to
want to 'cause then
all of
they'll
the lore.
sparkle.
All of the lore.
the lore
Things.
is they sparkle.
There is no lore that says
that's
they
a lore that
sparkle.
I
I'm
abide
sorry,
by.
Stephanie Meyer just killed that one for
I
me.
don't
the
know.
lore that I know.
I
What
know.
lore do
The
you know?
lore
And
I know is that they
love
sparkle.
And I do love Twilight. I'm like lame because
Why
I
haven't
love
we done this movie
because
yet?
I love all vampire things, but that is so contrary to all the lore, and I can't forgive it.
Why haven't we done this
I have
movie yet?
no
There's so many things to say about
I have
Twilight.
no idea.
So many things.
Probably because there's too many things
There's
to
so
say.
many.
Like,
we
which-
don't have the time.
Which one would we do? What would we say?
Oh Lord.
Would we then talk about how 50 Shades of Grey is an offshoot of
Oh
Twilight?
my god, yes, fan fiction that
Yes.
became a bestseller.
hard eye roll?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We digress. We
All right,
digress.
all right.
All right. So Meryl Streep basically finds herself on the doorstep of Isabella Rossellini, who, as we-
Liesel von Rumen.
that's right, and who's this
Who I will
stunning.
maintain is a demon.
I don't
She
think
might
so.
be.
I
I'm
gonna
think
throw
she's
that out
she
there.
She has like everlasting youth. Like,
She's very much in the vein of like the tempting devil character in a
Yes.
way, playing on their vanity,
Sure.
trying to get them to take this potion without really telling them really
She
what
is
the consequences
phenomenal.
are.
Amazing.
I'm not
The
saying
character,
she's not.
the
I'm
actress,
just
all of
saying
it.
But
she's a bit devious too.
she's basically peddling this potion to all of Beverly Hills.
Right. And what she kind of sells it as like it makes you youthful. Like she puts a little drop or she cuts your hand and drops a little bit of this potion on
Yeah.
it and suddenly your hand is young again as opposed to your other hand.
Yeah.
What maybe she's not disclosing, we can talk about the legality of this, is that it makes you immortal.
Correct.
And with that comes, you know,
and like immortal, not in a good way.
like immortal,
That's just-
like literally
I feel
you
like
cannot
that's
be
the
killed or
moral.
die ever.
But wait.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
But wait, is
not
there-
a good immortal.
Is
Not-
there
no,
is
no.
there a good immortal? Define good immortal.
Twilight.
I feel
Even they were miserable.
But they at least had a community. You know,
That's true.
a community of
They had
immortals.
they had
they
a
also
family.
kind
They
of
had a
Yeah,
crew.
they had a crew.
but they also instantly healed all wounds. Unlike like this movie.
That's true.
That's true,
Their
actually.
wounds
We'll
don't
get
heal.
to that. This movie, no.
It's true.
There's giant gaping holes in people's
You're
bodies.
jumping ahead.
And heads getting turned around.
You're jumping
Okay.
ahead.
So she gives her this potion,
There's a lot
promising
happening.
her eternal youth.
Yeah.
But she's not explaining this is going like all of those other caveats.
Right. And only after she drinks the potion, she says, oh, by the way, you could literally never die. And also you have to disappear. You have to fake your own death at some
Right.
point
So,
and disappear.
legal issues.
Products liability?
Product liability, fraudulent misrepresentation, for sure. Failure to warn. There's professional ethics up the wazoo. Like, there's so many.
professional
But see,
ethics,
here's
sure.
where I think I have to debunk all of that because she's selling an illicit substance. It's not like she's a doctor who's promising like this remedy and it's like an FDA controlled substance.
I was about to say, are you putting the disclaimer out? These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA.
That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. Did the FDA test it? I mean, look, it's possible.
I'm gonna go with a
maybe they
no.
See, but I would liken this less like a drug pusher. I know you had mentioned that in our last discussion that like it's like, a drug dealer. It's less like that and more like someone who comes and like sells you Mary Kay products. It's more of like it's a beauty product that she's selling you that's like, oh, it's gonna make you look young.
Okay, I thought you were going with it's more like sell your soul to the devil kind of a thing.
No, I think we have to hold her to the same
standard.
standard as someone who, is providing a product and is getting money for it.
Mary Kay is legal.
I know it's legal, but
I
I don't
think
think that
last
this.
I
And
I
they
don't-
give you a pink
but I
card
don't
when
think
you're
that these
selling up for that
women
crap.
who are going to this woman. I don't think the people who are going to see Liesel. I don't know that they're really checking is this legal or illegal. They
No.
think they're getting a beauty product that makes them young.
But here's where my issue is.
What you gotta do is look at her. Who doesn't want to look like her?
And she says,
I'm
I'm 71.
Seriously, I was just about to say, and I'm gonna just go on the record right now. If I look like that at 71,
You'll drink the potion.
I would run around half naked like she does in the movie all the time.
Wait, let's not forget.
all the
Madeline,
time.
the reason she is sent there is because she goes to like a plastic surgeon or like a
Yes.
dermatologist to a doctor's office. And the woman who's talking to her, the doctor, says that she herself is also 70 or 71 and she looks amazing. And she's like, let me send you to someone. So if you're getting referred to someone by a doctor in a doctor's office,
No, it was the owner of that like plastic surgery.
The spa,
The
right?
spa.
like a
Yeah,
men's
yeah.
spa, but still,
But
you're
still,
being
was
sent.
it was
The
still
guy
was a
who-
medical
The
professional.
guy who referred her, his eye kept twitching. Did you catch that?
I don't know if I did.
Yeah, when he was referring her and like saying you need to go to this Liesel woman, his eye kept like
But it was
twitching.
a woman. It was the
No,
young looking.
it was the young woman who worked for the guy.
Okay, but-
and she didn't want to give her the latest plastic surgery thing because she's like, you just had it done 3 weeks ago. We can't.
See,
give it to
now
you again.
that's really interesting
What?
because, okay, like this is controlled substances and could human experimentation laws. So using and distributing untested substances that alters human biology without
Yeah.
oversight
Yeah.
is like an illegal medical experimentation. So yeah, these people could really be
Including the doctor who refers her.
Yeah.
He could lose his license. He could also go to prison for this.
I guess.
you
I
know?
guess.
I
the
mean, it's
issue
definitely
is,
fraud.
I mean, they're all going to prison.
Everyone's going to prison.
Everyone's going to prison. I guess the question is whether.
I guess, but who's spilling the beans?
Well, so far, no one.
Right.
Well, do you think that the people who drink the potion can go to prison? Like,
No.
or are
No.
they?
Because you're referred by your doctor to go to see someone for a product that will make you look more youthful. I don't think that.
So then, why not have Goldie Hawn or Meryl Streep rat?
Because they were
Isabel
more
Rossellini.
interested in maintaining their youth.
Sure. Okay. Fine. So then, not them. Someone else. I think.
I mean, someone could theoretically. It's
I
just
mean,
so far
in theory,
no one had.
but I feel like everybody that took that potion was perfectly fine.
They were
Because
very happy.
They were happy.
Because
they
to
were
be
fine
clear,
with it.
if you don't die after you've taken this potion, then you can live a perfectly normal life.
Except that your body falls apart.
A la Twilight vampires, because they're constantly having to fake their deaths
sure
because they
are.
never age either.
Right,
So-
and they always
so
have to move.
These women are like living vampires.
Do you remember all the graduation caps?
Yes, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why
I
they do so
mean,
well in school, though, is because they've done school so many times. It's a great way to get ahead.
Guys, should we just change this episode?
Yeah,
and just do
constantly.
Twilight?
We're just gonna do Twilight.
Forget it. We're not talking about Death Becomes Her anymore.
We just
Bait
do
and switch for all of our listeners.
Parallels to everything.
I love it.
You know what? Why don't we market it as Twilight? But then when we start the episode,
Ta-da! It's Death Becomes Her, a movie you have never seen.
you guys are stuck in it.
It's a great idea.
No, but all of those beautiful people at the party at the end of
Right.
the movie,
All the people who had,
they,
taken this
they
product.
were taking care of themselves and their bodies.
Were you not thinking in your head that Marilyn Manson song, "All the beautiful people, the beautiful"?
Yes,
people.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
No, I wasn't.
But, that does beg the question of why were they able to maintain how they look, but when we see later on, like Meryl and
Because those
Goldie,
two keep getting themselves thrown down the freaking stairs.
but they're like skin is falling off of them, and they're even talking about how they have to like use like paint cans to spray paint each other.
Because they have destroyed their. That's how I interpreted it. That they have killed each other and have destroyed their bodies, the vessels, to
So
such
many
an
times
extent
that their bodies can't.
because the body's not regenerating anymore. Like they're dead.
They are. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
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 Are they legally dead? No.
Yes.
They're not legally dead.
Well,
They have no heartbeat.
They're medically dead,
Medically
but no
dead.
one's legally declared
because
them
no
dead.
one has reported
Oh,
them.
I
They
see.
need to
You know what
get
I'm
they
saying?
need to get a death certificate in order
Yeah,
to be
because
considered legally
they
dead.
they faked, like they covered all of that up, right? Covered up the death completely.
Yes.
So there is no legal death for these people.
Right.
So
Okay.
are they just living secret lives?
So who gets held accountable for that? Ernest?
Why? Why would he?
So
For hiding it?
Well, I think if we're going to talk about Ernest, let's talk about how these two died in the first place.
Okay.
Died, right?
Let's talk about death number one.
Much
Correct.
more straightforward issues
Yes.
of legality.
So Meryl Streep drinks the potion.
Yes.
She is now immortal. She comes home and she gets into a fight with her husband, Bruce Willis.
Correct.
Who, by the way, has now sort of potentially gotten back together with Goldie Hawn, and they are now legitimately plotting to kill Meryl Streep.
Conspiracy to commit murder.
Right.
Okay, check.
But
And take her money.
and take her money.
Check.
So their plan is to basically kill her, make it seem as if she drank too much and
fell
rolled
down the
down
stairs.
Mulholland Drive.
Oh, right.
Yes, they were going to send her down the cliff and like it would explode and she'd die in a fiery crash.
Right.
And then they'd just have vodka all around
Yes.
her. It was a solid plan,
Solid.
guys.
Sure, solid.
In any case, Meryl Streep gets home and they get into this fight and
She
Bruce
provokes
Willis
Ernest.
And
Yep.
Goober pushes her down the stairs.
straight up pushes her down the stairs.
Yeah.
And it's not.
There's no, like, that's a murder charge.
And it's
Yep.
and she doesn't just like fall down a couple of stairs. This is like imagine like a grand staircase. Like
Oh yeah, it's a huge staircase.
like that scene was so long it made me
I
uncomfortable.
know. It was really, I like that. I like the way that was shot. But that's a homicide. Okay.
But also they zoom in on her rolling down the stairs, and so like they zoom in on her neck like
yeah, just
cracking.
cracking and her legs like splailing about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, it made me uncomfortable. Like I was like, I feel like I need to look away now.
Right. I agree.
No?
No, I kept watching.
okay.
But that would constitute
dead now.
obviously a murder. Under
Yes.
normal circumstances, that's
Correct.
a murder, and Helen's involvement, it's conspiracy to commit murder.
Absolutely.
She gets a murder charge. Great.
Absolutely.
Although Helen was not Goldie Hawn's character was not involved in that plan. Her plan was totally different.
That's true.
And in fact, when Bruce Willis calls Goldie Hawn and is like, "Hey, I did it. She be dead." Goldie Hawn is like, "You idiot. This isn't at all how we planned
Right.
it." Like,
Well,
she
then
does then
what-
try to come.
What would the law say if you're conspiring? I mean, presumably, no one would know that she's involved in that other like murder that never happened.
She
This-
does show
That
up
is
to the house.
interesting. Does
Yeah.
that? But I don't know that nullifies the conspiracy. They were still conspiring
To murder her in some
murder
way.
her in a way.
In a way.
Just because it wasn't the
method
the
changed,
stamped
right.
plan, right? And he, I guess.
I think it would still
crime
stand
of
as like a
passion
charge. I think
through
she'd still be
I
charged.
still think there would be a charge. I don't think she gets out of it. Because
It's like if you send a hitman
Yes.
to shoot someone,
And
and,
they strangle
instead
them
he
instead.
like
Yeah.
strangles them or stabs them. You're still
Yeah,
it's
fair.
still
okay,
the same.
let's harken back to our last episode of Ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, He
But
hired
he
him.
never hired him to kill him. He hired him to
okay,
mug him.
but-
And I know that would still
but-
result in a murder charge.
Haha, right?
But, yes, yeah.
Guys, finish
Still
your
conspiracy. I
finish
know.
your
We're all going,
sentences.
huh?
Basically,
So yes, the guy, name is escaping me again, but the guy,
Willie Lopez.
no, but that's the guy who did it. But the guy who hired him, his friend at the bank.
President Fitzpatrick.
Friend
Yes.
at the, yes.
Yes.
Friend
Tony
at the-
Goldwyn.
Thank you.
I don't
Friend
know
at
what
the-
it's
I
actually
forgot.
Carl.
Thank you. Carl hired Willie to rob him,
Right.
and it went to murder.
Right.
But he doesn't get absolved from
because
the
he murders him.
conspiracy.
He murders him in the course of
You're right.
of carrying out an
His-
illegal action. So if you go to mug someone and by accident that person ends up like falling backwards out of like surprise and dies kind of because like, you know, they fell the wrong way, even though you didn't like push them or kill them, you were committing a felony.
You get charged
They
with
die in the
all the
process.
same things.
Now
Yes.
you are charged with murder.
Right.
Guys, I don't often say this, but you're right. I will agree with you.
Wow.
And in fact,
Spooky.
and you know what? I'm actually going to say, as I think about it more, I think she absolutely gets charged because not only did he basically did this because of her. She pushed him to this. She convinced him to do this.
He was very easily
Manipulated.
manipulated.
And
Just as he was very easily manipulated at the beginning. Let's
Sure.
be clear, Ernest is a wimp.
Yeah.
And he's easily led by these two women.
Major cuck vibes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But by the way, in addition to that, she then shows up before she realizes that Meryl Streep comes back from the dead, before anybody realizes it. She shows up to the house ready to help him bury the body.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so that's the other thing.
Accessory
Yeah.
after
Accessory
the fact.
after
Of
the fact.
course.
I mean,
She's
Like,
getting
she's
charged.
in
She's
it.
going to prison.
she's in it.
Yes.
She's way in it. Like,
She's
and,
in it.
and she didn't mind because she won. She swore revenge,
Yes.
and she was getting her revenge.
Right,
Yes.
she spent
And this
years
was
just
part of
like
it, plotting the revenge.
fixated
Right.
on Madeline. It's all she talked about to the point that scene in the loony bin, as
Yeah.
we call it, in the psych ward where she has like group therapy and they like let her talk and she mentions Madeline again and everyone starts groaning because that's all they've heard from her.
Starts screaming.
She is fixated on Madeline.
Absolutely.
So you know what? I actually have a question. Is this a plot hole? So, and I just thought of it as you mentioned when she slices their finger open to demonstrate that if you put the potion in, it will
heals.
heals it. Why didn't the potion
Heal
the rest-
everything else.
Yeah.
You're right. I feel like that is a plot.
really
hole.
good
right?
point.
Like if she went tumbling down the stairs and cracked her neck, yes, she comes back to life, but why doesn't her heart start beating again?
Well, and also, why is her neck still kind of broken? Like it
Kind
just
of like
falls-
that twisted-
Or
yeah.
when
Yeah.
Goldie, and well, this is skipping ahead, but when she is shot in the stomach and there's a giant hole in her stomach, shouldn't that also fuse together?
Yeah.
One would
Yes.
think.
Like
Yes.
the
Plot
cut on a finger.
hole.
right. Plot hole. Yeah.
Plot hole.
We should probably
But also
write
then
to them.
not
know
as
what?
much comedy. You know.
I'm done with this episode.
Yeah, we're done.
Not
Now we've really ruined
not
it.
As
much
not as
comedy.
comedic.
Yeah. But
you
this is
know?
where we get into now really the big plot twist of the movie.
Yeah.
So
Surprise! She took the potion too.
Meryl Streep wakes up from the dead and Bruce
She's in a
Willis
body bag.
No, she wakes up at the bottom of the
of the
steps.
stairs. Yeah.
And so he's on the
Oh, yeah,
phone. It's a
well,
great
I'm
scene because
skipping
he's
ahead.
on the
Yeah, yeah,
phone with Helen, being like, "I murdered her. She's dead." And in the background, you see
Meryl
her
Streep.
like kind of get up, fix her head because
True.
her neck is all effed up.
And she says, "I can see my ass."
I can see my house because her head
It
is
is turned
backwards.
around, a la cartoon characters.
It was
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So she then what are we reading? We're
but-
reading about
wait, yeah.
oh, cells no longer age or regenerate. You know what? Maybe it's not a plot hole. Maybe the cells
Any new injury. So like the injury that the
Oh,
cutting of the
because-
finger was before she took the potion.
True.
It basically
Stops
restores it restores everything that's like wrong
Back
with
to
you.
its
let's
youth
say,
and
to its
vitality.
youth. So
But
like
then
that's why
that's
like the
it.
liver spots on the
Then you're
hands go away.
fixated.
But now
Right.
anything happens to you thereafter doesn't regenerate.
It's on you.
because you were
Right,
dead.
because you're
Okay.
dead. Right.
Well, that makes sense.
Fine. Okay.
That's
We
fine.
apologize to.
Thanks, AI. I can live
We
with that
apologize to
explanation.
all of the people involved in this movie that we
The-
said there were plot holes.
the death becomes her truthers.
Yeah, right. You guys, you
So
got it.
I like this line. The potion's paradox is that it gives eternal life, not eternal health.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
So now Goldie shows up to bury the body because she doesn't know that she's regenerated. She doesn't, or rather, come back to life, I should say. And Meryl Streep overhears the two of them saying that they were plotting to kill her. And Meryl Streep grabs a shotgun and shoots Goldie like
Like she
right
goes
through the
flying
stomach.
into
That's
a
a pretty good shot.
yeah
Into
into
the
a fountain, And the fountain is filled with blood, and presumably, like, she is dead.
You would think.
And the plot twist is that Goldie also took the potion.
And at that point, when her eyes are glowing, tell me she did not look evil as fuck.
Oh, she looked amazing. Though. She looked so good.
And so now you have these two crazy chicks.
Yeah. And they are crazy.
And Bruce Willis is...
And she has a giant hole in her stomach for the rest of the movie.
100%.
Like, I love this.
Hilarious.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Bruce Willis, the schmuck, is
Such a
like,
schmuck.
what
Oh,
did I
God,
get?
such a schmuck.
What did I get myself into? But also, they say, "Hey, Bruce, you are a successful plastic surgeon. Not so successful.
So you're
plastic
gonna
surgeon.
fix us.
He fixes the hole in Goldie's stomach. Whatever he does, I don't know. Paper maches it back together.
Yeah, paper mache.
Paper mache. He stuffed it with paper.
Yeah, pretty
Probably.
much, yeah.
And
It's like
then
Play-Doh.
he uses like acrylic and spray paint. And like really fixes them up as if they're like morgue.
Mortal.
No,
No, like if they were at the morgue.
at the morgue. Yes, as
yeah.
if they're like corpses at the morgue.
Well, that's kind of what he's doing. I mean,
Yeah.
putting his skills to use. I mean,
Basically.
yeah.
And so they're like, I think this is why they are falling apart versus the other people, because the other people haven't gotten themselves shotgunned and pushed down the stairs.
That's true. That's a good
They're
point.
actually taking care of their bodies.
Right. That's a good point. So then I guess the discussion becomes, is it a murder if the person
Yes.
can't die?
I think so.
Or is it an attempted murder? It's definitely an attempted murder.
For sure.
Does it rise to a murder if they're not dead, technically? But
I
they're dead, but
think-
undead.
But see, there's nothing in the law that's going to cover something like
Right.
this.
So it's really hard. I didn't even like try to look up a statute on this
know.
one.
So
There's no way.
I think that it is murder.
Yeah.
And I think it's because you have the physical act and you have the mens rea, the guilty mind.
But is there a murder if the person has not even been declared dead?
But they sent her to the morgue.
But there's no death certificate, I don't think.
We're not told.
No, I get the impression Ernest covered all that up. And like did he commit medical malpractice?
Sure. Absolutely.
Fraud,
For sure.
Oh, here we go. There's medical malpractice.
See?
There's a
Actus reus and mens rea. You guys remember mens rea from
Yes.
Legally
Oh, I
Blonde?
remember the
Obviously.
mens rea.
And law school.
And law school. Yes, of course, and law school.
Mens rea is
that
you have the state of mind to kill someone or to commit a crime. That's like you wanted to.
I have to give a shout out to my favorite,
And then the actus rea is you committed
my
it. You did it.
professor in law school who taught criminal law.
Maybe we should have had him on this episode.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still around or not, but he was great.
1942, dude.
His accent, he used to say he would say mens rea, and I loved that.
Well, that's how
way
you
he
should say it from now
pronounced
on.
Mens rea.
Kind of like Meg Ryan.
If an act causes irreversible cessation of all brain function, but they had brain function.
They did have brain function.
They
Their
just
heart
didn't have a
wasn't beating
heartbeat, but they
anymore.
had brain function.
Well,
I don't
that's where
know.
it gets tricky because people can be brain dead, but their body keeps pumping.
So the
Yeah.
person can be
But
declared
in
legally
this
dead
case,
if a body
They're
appears
not
animated.
brain dead, but their body dead, right? Like the heart stopped beating. It's the opposite, right? It's like super weird.
I
Okay,
mean,
so-
they're effectively vampires. They're
vampires.
They're the Cullen
Okay,
family.
so look,
They
if-
are.
bottom line, murder
They're the
specifically
Cullen family ancestors.
murder specifically requires a death. If death is impossible, prosecutors will instead charge serious violent crimes, attempted murder, aggravated assault.
Can I just say,
etc.
under what circumstances would death be impossible? Like, what are
Well,
we
what they're
talking
saying
about
is like,
here?
okay, like for instance, if the body appears animated by machines, so I don't know, does that mean like vegetative
Life
state,
support?
like
Right.
life
Yeah.
support?
Yes.
But you're declared dead. You know,
That's where
declare
your
someone-
brain dead, right?
Right.
But the machines are technically pumping your
Because I
heart.
think that
so your
once-
body's not dead.
If someone's
yet.
in a coma and like someone is declared brain dead, it is at that point that I think the police go and charge the person with like they up the charges to murder.
If someone is declared brain dead.
Brain dead.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know about that.
I believe this is true.
I just feel like just because your subject cannot die doesn't mean you can't be charged with the death. If the act exists and the mens rea exists.
Cardiopulmonary death occurs when the heart and lungs permanently stop functioning.
Facts.
No pulse, no breathing, no circulation. So that's these.
Well, there's no pulse, but she's breathing.
Common in traditional cases of death at home or in hospitals.
Although, is she
brain
breathing?
dead? Okay, so
I don't know.
They're not breathing. They have no pulse.
okay, so look,
We've gotten real
artificial
into
life
this.
support is involved. Even if machines keep the body quote alive, the person is legally dead if brain function is
but they're-
gone.
But
Again-
their brain function's not gone. So that's the thing. They're not legally dead under that
Right,
definition.
However, look, it's
There's a
if one of these
caveat.
conditions is confirmed by a licensed physician, the death certificate becomes the official legal record. So it's either brain death or cardiopulmonary death, which these women did have. Their hearts no longer worked. I'm guessing their lungs
In
didn't
which
work.
case, Bruce Willis should be charged with
Murder.
and so should Meryl Streep.
And so should Helen by conspiracy.
Is that what you mean?
No, Meryl Streep also because she shot
Oh, well,
Helen.
she shot her.
She
That's
shot
true.
Goldie Hawn.
So
Yeah,
they're all committed. They've all committed murder.
Wait, I have another question, actually. In addition to Isabella Rossellini's character being judged as like I think a drug pusher, she's killing them all. Their hearts stop beating once they take the potion, no?
Do their hearts stop beating once they take the potion or once they've been pushed down the stairs and dead?
I
think that's where their heart stops.
Right. Because nobody else is dead. That's why their bodies aren't falling apart.
Yeah.
They ruined
You're right.
it by killing each other.
Twice in one episode.
Sorry, Isabella Rossellini.
No, I'm telling you guys, you're right. Twice in one
Yo,
episode.
whoa.
God.
That's it. Diana and I
we
are
should
keeping
just
score.
we should leave because
No,
while we're ahead, Liz.
I'm leaving.
I mean,
But
honestly.
I think that's it because
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because the rest of them are fine. They're not falling
Including
apart.
Elvis, by the way.
yeah, Elvis looks great.
And they said to him, stop appearing just to like get yourself in the news. Like,
Yeah,
stop messing with people.
Right.
Right, that was
Elvis
funny.
sightings. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah, so I think that's what happens because they're killing each other. Because Ernest pulls her down.
That's why
pushes down the stairs.
they blew
And
it.
Helen, the conspiracy. Because of that, she's also getting a murder charge,
Mm-hmm.
and because Madeline shoots Helen, she's also getting a murder charge.
Mm-hmm.
They're all committing murder. They're all, I guess.
And that's why they're dead.
But that's why they're falling apart is because they're dead, and that's why their hearts stop. I bet the other people in that room,
Their hearts are still
their
beating.
hearts are still beating because they haven't, unless someone there had also been pushed on the stairs or something.
But then these two just can't. They can't stop pushing each other down the stairs.
No, they can't.
They're
No.
constantly
They can't.
falling apart.
Well, that's like part of the charm of the movie, or I guess the point of the movie is like these two women, no matter what is going on, this big thing of them becoming immortal, they just can't get over the fact that they like they keep snipping
That
at
they're
each other.
frenemies?
They're frenemies. The frenemy
But they
aspect
really are
does not end.
frenemies because
For
they won't-
70
they
years
won't-
thereafter.
They won't let go of each
Or like
other.
for,
They still
for
are.
50 years thereafter. Like, I mean,
it
Ernest.
says 37 years later.
Oh, yeah, 37 years later. Like, they're still doing it.
together.
They're still fighting with each other.
And still shoving each
They're
other
still
down the
frenemies.
stairs.
Yes. Amazing. So I guess Isabel Rossellini, besides the product liability and the fraudulent misrepresentation, what are we charging her with?
She also makes everyone sign an NDA that is completely and utterly
Completely
unenforceable.
Unenforceable.
Completely unenforceable. Completely
Like,
unenforceable.
So
But
yeah, the contract.
Who's she
aspects
suing and
of
where?
this-
In what
yeah.
court is she suing them?
Yeah.
Again, it's like a drug dealer suing someone for
I
an
mean, I
NDA.
appreciate the effort.
And
As
look,
an attorney, I appreciate the effort.
she put in a great deal of effort. And also, she had so many clients. Did you see the house that she was living in? This castle of hers?
Oh my God, amazing.
And then they zoom out at the party, and it's literally thousands of clients. Thousands. Like, assume all of LA
I mean,
is
yeah,
hopped up on this potion.
absolutely. So let me
Even
ask,
to this day.
do
Do you think the Kardashians have taken the potion?
Obviously they have. Yeah, Chris has for sure. Kris Jenner has.
Chris just goes to Stephen Levine. She did a
Allegedly,
great job.
please do not sue us.
No,
Okay.
Stephen Levine confirmed it. Stop it.
I know. Her face looks amazing.
It's not
I mean, that's
defamation. I can
incredible.
say it. They've confirmed it.
Really, you think her face?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
She's like 70 years old. Look at her.
No, she looks
Okay.
incredible.
She looks like
Incredible.
Stephen Levine worth every penny.
Yeah, honestly. So let me ask you a question. If Ernest is continuously working on their bodies and their faces and patching them up here and there, is that desecration of a corpse?
Is it desecration if he's making them look better?
I don't know. I think any
It's a
kind
good
of like
question, though.
anytime you work with a corpse and outside of a professional capacity, like
Yeah.
like,
I think
you can't
he's
like you can't like
operating
even take
without
if you take a corpse and just like move their body like
Yeah, I would say
position them in
so.
a certain way.
That's already
yeah.
desecration.
Yeah. And he's operating without a license
Yeah.
to do that. So
A body is
Yeah.
considered a corpse once a person has been legally declared dead.
so I would say yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard because they're not being declared dead because like who's like even the doctor that like when
But
when
but
Madeline
let's
goes
just
to the
be
doctor,
clear.
the doctor's like, I don't know what to do because you don't have a heartbeat, but you're sitting here and breathing in front of me. Like he lights up a cigarette in the doctor's office
then
because he's like stressed out by what he's
literally
seeing.
has a
And
heart
then he
attack and
has a
dies.
heart attack and
dies because he
So
can't believe what
can
he's seeing.
she be charged in any way with causing his death?
I don't think so.
No?
No,
I don't think so.
Like a shock value thing.
Yeah, because she didn't like.
She also
intentionally
didn't
try to
know
shock
at that
him.
point when they went to the doctor. Like Ernest and Madeline had no idea why she wasn't dead, and he took her to the doctor. The doctor's like, I have no idea what to tell you. So Ernest does have a defense of, I didn't know she was dead. I took her to a doctor. He had no idea why she didn't have a heartbeat.
True.
Well, he's the one who killed her. Tried to. She fell down. She quote fell down the stairs.
But he sees her get up. She's
Yeah,
fine.
true.
He takes her to the doctor. Doctor says she's like, he doesn't understand it.
Do you know the other thing that
There's
I
a
thought
defense
of?
there.
She gets sent to the morgue initially because she passes out, and so when she faints from the shock of it all, and then she faints and she has no pulse and whatever, so they send her down to the morgue. But in order to be sent to the morgue, they have to declare a time of death. So presumably she's been declared dead, right? She's been declared dead. She gets sent to the morgue.
I guess it's
and
just,
Bruce
I don't
Willis,
know the 100% the protocol of when they
don't
do
either.
that. I honestly don't know.
No, I think they call the time of death at the time of death.
I don't know that that's...
I mean, as I've seen some episodes of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, but only when they're there. They were not present
That's usually
when
my
the fall
medical knowledge,
happened.
too.
So they can't speculate on when the actual cause of death. They know from viewing that she appears dead. So that's why they have to take her back to the morgue for the medical examiner
But
to
by the
try
way-
to get a time of death on it because no one actually saw it. What you're seeing in Grey's Anatomy is someone dying
on the
literally in
table.
front of them on
Yeah.
the table. Then they call it.
By the way, Bruce Willis fully steals her from the morgue
True.
and enters the morgue. There's no one at the morgue. There's no one standing there. There's no one seeing
That
him
is a crime.
pull a body out of the
Right.
morgue. No one then comes into the morgue and goes, "Hey, why is that fridge door open and that body bag is empty?"
Well,
Like,
maybe that happened afterwards, but
I mean,
we didn't see
He
it.
definitely, yes, there are legal issues there. He does have a defense of potentially saying, well, I knew that my wife was literally talking and walking. They put her in a body bag, but
so I went to get her.
I had no idea, like, yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
I g-
Again, like you have to play like the dumb thing where you're just like, she's walking and talking. How would I be okay with her
would
being
I
in a
know?
morgue?
right. And I feel like Ernest could play the dumb thing.
He didn't give her the potion. He's not aware of any of this.
I thought the funniest.
He's not aware of the potion.
I thought the funny part was when he asks the doctor, "Where's my wife?" in the hospital, and the doctor says, "She's in the morgue," and he goes, "The morgue? She's gonna be furious."
Oh yeah. That was the best. I love that line so much.
That was funny.
Oh, it's such a good movie. Yeah, and then the movie goes on, and essentially it gets to a point where Ernest has the opportunity to take the potion
Well, they want to trick him into taking the potion
because they need someone who's going to stay alive with them and patch them up as time goes
Correct.
So now they're in a conspiracy together
They try to drug him.
against him.
on. Yes, they drug him.
They try to. He doesn't drink the
Oh
alcohol.
right, and then
He
he's
says
like,
he says I drink too much and spills the rest.
"Oh my
of it
god,
out.
right." That was a good.
So, but they then knock him over the head with like something or other, and basically drag him over to Isabella Rossellini's and
she
try
gives
to
him
get
the
him to take the
potion.
potion.
And then he's about to take it, and then he realizes, no, this is wrong. He says, this is wrong. Like, we're not supposed to live forever. What's the point of life if, it just goes on forever? Like,
Yeah. Not to
everyone
mention
I know
everyone-
is going to be
right.
dead. Like, all of that. Like, he has like a aha moment, you know?
And he grabs the potion and he runs off. And then he escapes.
Well, yes. And
Sort
and
of.
they're like, they're all fighting for it and chasing after him. And he ends up, I forget the sequence of events, but he ends up like dangling over like on the side of the building.
side,
And
right.
he's going to fall potentially to his death. And they're like, drink the potion. And then he like looks at it and he like drops the
Drops it.
potion. And then the weird thing is he falls, and the next scene it says 37 years later.
No. He falls
Into
through
the-
the like glass roof and he falls into a pool.
Into the pool.
That's right.
So he survives.
So that's why he
survives.
survived.
He
He fell
survives.
into the water, yeah.
and
and
he
then-
runs off.
Yes, and then it's 30,
Although I don't
theory,
know.
that
I don't
fall
know how.
should've killed him.
I would think so.
'Cause that
Like,
pool is
I
not
mean,
that deep.
obviously, I don't know exactly how many stories it was, but that was a pretty
and also
long.
the glass and everything.
and the I don't know that he should have just gotten up and walked away.
And also,
that
like,
was
that pool would have to have been so deep for him not to,
Yes.
like, smash his head.
true.
maybe
he
the
should've been
glass
dead.
Was a little
like
far-fetched.
softened, like it like slowed him down.
It was high enough that he should have been dead.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know physics well enough, so I don't know.
But, like, he also didn't even have a scratch on him from all the glass.
I know. Yeah. So he escapes, and then it's 37.
They didn't worry so much about continuity.
Detail.
So
Clearly.
37 years later, it's like his funeral. He has lived
A
full
long,
life.
happy life.
He has kids and grandkids. He's surrounded by he has a lot of
By
loved
the way,
ones.
isn't he a bit old?
87. I did the
Yeah,
math.
but I'm saying
To have had kids.
to have had kids
in
at
his 50s?
6 kids, by the way.
how right?
6 kids.
Who did
You
he
know,
marry? How old was she?
She was probably like 34.
That's none of our business.
Oh, really?
That's none of our business.
I want to know. I
I'm
wanna know
being
who married.
judgy right now.
Because also, like,
Just
he has
right
to
now.
go and meet someone, and, like, get with them, and then start having kids. So he is having kids pretty late.
He is, but it
Maybe
doesn't.
it's like 3 sets of
But
twins.
if we've learned anything from this, if we've learned anything from this podcast, it's that celebrity men have babies all the time
of
when they're
course, when they're, like,
octogenarians.
80. Yeah.
So for all we know, his wife could have been 22.
It's like a Hilaria Baldwin kind of situation.
Yeah.
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 And so-
or Al Pacino.
Yeah. I mean,
Robert
all
De
of
Niro,
them, all
all
of
of
them.
them.
And so they end up, at his funeral. They're in the back. So Madeline and Helen presumably haven't seen him in the 37 years since, but come out to his funeral. I don't know why. And they're in the back, and
To cackle? I mean, that's
I guess,
kind of
but you know what? There were some good lines by I guess it was the priest, whoever was doing the service, about how like he had eternal life because he has like all these people who remember him and love him,
And his family
and his
and
kids
blah,
and
blah,
his
blah,
grandkids
yeah.
go on with the memory, and so he achieved eternal life. And then that's when like the two of them
yeah,
start
ha ha ha.
cackling.
Yeah.
And by the way, the two of them, because their faces at this point are just falling
They're just
apart.
covered in like a veil in the back.
They look like grieving beekeepers.
No, they are just yes.
Clowns.
And
is
then
what
when they
I'm
go
thinking.
outside,
Beekeepers.
when they go outside and lift the veils, I mean, they are falling apart. And they even say like that they needed like, paint
The spray
cans and
paint.
spray
Yeah,
paint
yeah,
to like
yeah.
keep each other
Shellac.
going.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they fall down the stairs and their body parts scatter basically, but they're still alive. What happens then?
The movie ends, and I actually wondered this also because
It was a bit Frankenstein-esque, wasn't it?
It was,
too?
because
like
at-
it definitely had shades of that.
But at this point, like they can't put their bodies back together. Like how they would have to, someone would have to physically
sew them
glue
a
it.
la Frankenstein.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not like the body will regenerate itself. So it's not like they can
Mm-hmm.
just put the body parts together like a puzzle, and the body parts are going to fuse together.
That's true.
So are they just rolling around like that for the rest of
I
eternity?
guess until like,
Perhaps.
yeah.
Until somebody finds their heads. But that's kind of how the movie ends. One, like they roll down the stairs,
Yeah,
the
we have no
bodies
idea what
fall
happens.
apart.
Someone finds their talking heads and they
They're just like fighting with each
convince
other.
somebody, right?
Anyone who leaves that funeral is just going to be like, oh, here's a bunch of body parts
Right.
and two heads that are
They're still
talking
talking.
to each
right,
other.
right.
I guess the heads could like roll
I
away.
guess, yeah.
And then
Or maybe a dog came along.
Goldie Hawn
God.
Goldie Hawn says, "Do you remember where you parked the car? Who's driving the car, man?"
How are you how are you getting to the car? Like it was all, yes.
It is kind of funny.
But I love it.
Well, I guess the moral of the story is don't drink weird ass potions.
Don't take a drink from Isabella Rossellini. Yeah. But also a few little issues of like just to consider. Ernest gets married again, but there's no death certificate. He doesn't
I thought of that.
have a
Yeah.
dead wife. So
True.
is that marriage fraud? Is that
Bigamy.
Like, bigamy?
I guess it goes back to whether or not they were legally declared dead.
Right.
Because if they were legally declared dead, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. And if they continue living on though, then is there eventually like an identity fraud? Like they have to like assume new identities
Yes.
like in
in
Twilight,
Twilight.
Yeah.
tax evasion, financial frauds. Like there's a lot of
Except that
to
the
live forever
Potential-
involves a lot of
potential legal
issues.
issues.
Yeah. And so Isabella Rossellini playing God, obviously, right? She's basically playing
Yeah.
God.
But what's her selection process? If you have money and fame,
that's it.
It's
That's
just
how
money.
you get
Didn't she charge a ridiculous amount of money?
Yes.
And then she
well,
like
actually,
and
not quite, because she said everyone pays a different price.
I still assume
right,
it's
but she
a lot
didn't
of
she
money.
quote a price, and then Madeline was like, "What?" And then when she sees what it did to her hand, she's
She
like,
wrote her a
do you,
check.
do you take checks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you know what? I think what Isabella Rossellini does is a little different than what Carlisle Cullen does. Because Isabella Rossellini gives them a choice. Like, she'll be pissed at you if you don't take it, and she'll try to convince you to do it.
Yeah.
But she doesn't force the potion down your
Right.
throat.
Carlisle. Yeah.
Did we just make Carlisle the villain?
Yeah, he's just as bad as King Triton. So
On that note,
wait. One more question. Not obviously. I don't know. I think we covered the legal parts, but
Go on. We covered quite a bit. There might be some more, but
yeah. But if the potion gets onto your hand, right? Like you have the cut, and she drops it onto your
Why
hand.
doesn't it go through your
Right,
veins?
like what happens if you're like, I don't want the rest of the potion, I'm not gonna drink it. Like Ernest, did he forever just have a youthful hand?
I've thought.
And
I
why
thought
wouldn't
about
also, like you said, like go through your bloodstream?
maybe it's not enough of it, and it just kind of
Right.
like stays localized.
I guess, but then does he walk around with like a youthful hand for the rest of his
Maybe.
life?
No, I don't think so. I would think it wears off.
You think it wears
really?
off?
Yeah, I would
Because
think.
the rest of the potion doesn't wear off. Like you're
You
still
think it's like a
immortal.
local anesthetic of sorts that wears off?
Or just like like a Neosporin type thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but I can't imagine he would have walked around with one old hand and one youthful hand, and no one's gonna notice that.
He'll be like, no, this was my driving hand. This one was in the sun.
Yeah, this one's in the sun. That's all. All right, so we solved that. Anyway, I think we've covered it. I think we've ruined this.
In so many different
and
ways.
we gave you the gift of Twilight as well.
I mean, yeah, Vanity. Thy name is Helen and Madeline.
Yep.
Like,
I love when they would say, mad hell.
Hell. I kind of like it's like mad as hell.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
love.
yes.
I mean, they're just amazing characters, and I love them. How many bottles of potion do you give this movie from a legal standpoint?
0.
oh, none.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
Is this the first time
the
we've ever been
hospital
in
isn't
agreement?
following protocols either.
Nobody.
The morgue, all of it.
This is a mess.
It's a mess. So
All right.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
No, 0.
No, I want to give it a 1.
Fine. Let's give it a 1 at least.
0.
You know what?
Let's
Because
stick to
they call the cops. Cops come.
There was something.
There's something.
No one did squat about it, but sure.
Yeah, no one did anything.
We'll give them 1.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed this amazing
Actually,
for one
I
episode.
I highly recommend Death Becomes Her.
Please watch it.
It's
gotten forgotten. It's like lost in the sands of time.
Yeah, and it's there on Netflix, and it's a really good movie. And if you're in the mood and you like these kind of things, check out The Substance if you haven't seen it.
No,
because-
I
Also,
don't
watch
know
this movie before you go see the Broadway show.
Yes.
absolutely.
And also in the meantime, follow us and subscribe and hit like and follow. Right?
Let's-
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I guess
Let's
so.
Ruin It podcast on
Just
Instagram.
hit all the links.
YouTube.
All of them.
YouTube,
Tell your
Spotify,
friends.
YouTube, Spotify, Instagram,
Apple.
Apple Podcasts.
I think that's all of them.
I
Whatever
think
you
that's all of
like, we are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haunting
joining
your
us.
dreams. Just come find us.
All right.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye.